Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a beef pasta bake with the help of my children. This is a great one to make ahead of time and then keep in the fridge until you're ready to bake it for an easy weeknight meal. This one's pretty big as well, so it usually lasts for at least 2 meals for our family of 4. Keeping in mind my 2 children are still pretty small, so they don't eat a whole lot. So let's get started. So what we're going to need is some pasta. So we're going to use these macaroni shapes, the big ones. We're going to need an onion, garlic, pound of ground beef. I bought this 85/15 beef, 2 eggs. Then we're going to have some frozen spinach, mozzarella, ricotta, some marinara sauce. I buy the one with the basil, tomato basil one. And then for our seasonings, we're going to use this Emerald's Essence seasoning, oregano,
and the eggs,
those 2 eggs, some Parmesan, salt and pepper, and of course our olive oil. All right, so I can't chop an onion holding this child, so I guess we're not going to cook today. I'm just kidding. We'll find a way, buddy.
Oh, we did the inside, Mommy.
Yeah. I think it'll be easier once I cut it into smaller pieces for you to cut it.
Okay, that's the video.
That was my plan.
The video one.
Yeah, once I'm done with these cuts, then you can cut more. All right, so we've got 1 whole onion chopped. Then we're gonna chop up a couple cloves of garlic. Let's say 3 cloves, but I'm a big fan of the more garlic, the better. This is what we do first. So you could do this part, it's kind of fun. So you put this on here and you hit it. And then then you can peel off the outside.
Ooh, that's fun.
Okay. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is get a skillet preheated on the stove to like medium-high. And then we're gonna cook our garlic and onions in there. And then we will add in our ground beef. So let's get over to the stove. So, skillet on the stove, preheating, medium-high heat. We're gonna put some olive oil. Then we're gonna add our onions and garlic to the pan. We're gonna cook the onions and garlic until they get soft. Meanwhile, we're going to thaw out the spinach. All right, so we got a bowl. So this is a 16-ounce bag of spinach. I'm going to use about 3/4 of the bag. That should be good. So I'm just going to microwave the spinach until it's no longer frozen. So just start with like 2 minutes. So we're going to get a pot of water boiling for our pasta. We're going to salt the water a bunch. Okay, now we're going to add our ground beef to the onion and garlic, which has softened. So 1 pound, go in it. So we're just gonna mix that in. Okay, so our spinach is thawed. We don't want it hot, we just want it not frozen. Okay, so with the frozen spinach, you just wanna get out a lot of the moisture, otherwise it's gonna be too watery. So I literally just put it in here and like squeeze it through the colander into the sink. So getting all the extra moisture out. Just gonna add a little salt and pepper. Our water's boiling, so we're gonna throw in the pasta. So we're just gonna cook the pasta just according to the directions on the bag. I always undercook it by about a minute or 2, especially because we're gonna bake it further. Okay, so we're going to keep stirring the ground beef, then we're going to dump in our spinach once it's browned. Mix that together. Pasta's about done, so we're going to get that drained. So after we cook the spinach for a couple minutes, we remove that mixture from the heat, and then we add olive oil to our pasta so that it doesn't stick together. Then we are ready to put everything together. So we've got everything prepped. We've got the beef and the beef, spinach, onion, and garlic mixture, which is cooled now, so it's okay to touch. We've got our pasta, which I like to put out in a colander just so it doesn't continue to cook too much if you leave it in the original pan.
Yeah, and we have these.
Then we got some mozzarella cheese that we just grated up. And we're gonna combine all this stuff together. So in our big mixing bowl, we're gonna put 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. And then we're gonna do 1 cup of Parmesan, which I was being lazy and I just got this pre-grated stuff. We're gonna put in our ricotta. We're gonna put the whole 16-ounce container of ricotta. Then we're gonna add in 2 eggs. After the eggs are in, we're gonna mix it all together until it's well combined. So we're just gonna dump that in. Get all the stuff. So to the mixture, we're adding some more salt, and I also put in 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of the Emerald's Essence seasoning.
Smell it, Mommy.
It smells yummy. So now we gotta put it in our dish. So we're gonna use a 9x13 dish. Just doing a light spray of Pam. Start by putting a little sauce down on the bottom. So we put about half the jar down on the bottom and then just spread it around. And then on top of the sauce, we're gonna put down half of the cooked pasta. So now we're gonna take our beef cheese mixture and just drop that over the top. So we're just gonna kind of spread it so it's nice and even. Then we're gonna take the rest of the pasta and spread it evenly over the top. We're just gonna pour a little more sauce over the top, and then we'll finish it off with some mozzarella and some Parmesan. So just drizzle. We wanna drizzle, just not all in one. So just drizzle it. Buddy, you. It's nice to make these meals that are very forgiving, that you can kind of throw them together in any way and they'll still be good. And then we're just gonna take the cheese, just sprinkle it over the top. And so try to spread it out so it's not all in one spot. Here, Betty. Good, okay. Then we just sprinkle some Parmesan over the top, ideally not all in one spot, spreading it evenly. So, we're done.
Can I
Smell it. Mmm. This is a great one to put in the fridge and then make for dinner tomorrow or the next night. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe to my channel and we will see you next time. So I'm just gonna put some tin foil over the top to put it in the fridge, but then I will bake it uncovered at 350 degrees for about 1 hour and 15 minutes if it's coming straight out of the refrigerator. The cheese should be browning and starting to bubble, and that's how you'll know it is done. And then I like to serve it with some frozen broccoli cooked in the air fryer and a nice big salad.